Hello everyone, welcome to this section. In this section, we are going to talk about classes in C++. So classes in C++ help us to model real-world entities by bundling variables and functions into a single unit. So the classes are like a blueprint or template for creating an object. And an object is an instance of a class that represents a real-world entity, and they help us to organize and bundle data and functions logically and to reuse and maintain code efficiency. So it is important to use classes as we use functions as well. So in order to declare a class, I'm going to teach you in this video how to declare and access variables and functions in a class. So in order to declare a class, we use the keyword class and then the name of the class. In this case, I named them car. And then we need to choose the category in which we are going to declare the variables. So there are three different categories in classes. So let me write it down. We have protected, we have private, and we have public. In the next video, I'm going to discuss these three categories, private, protected, and public, and their differences. But just accept it from me that we are going to use in this video the public version to declare our variables because it is the easiest way to teach classes first. So let's first learn how to declare a class and how to use it. Then we're going to dive deeper into the concepts like protected variables and private variables. So we use the keyword class, then we type down the name. In this case, it is car, and we are having the brackets here. So this part is the class part. Then under the category of public, I am declaring two variables called brand and speed. They are of a string and integer data type respectively. And also, I'm having a function being declared in the class called display. So this function is of void type, so it's not going to return anything. Simply, it is going to print out the value for the first variable and the value for the second variable, and that's it. And in the int main function, we are creating an object of that class car. After that, we are having the object dot brand, which is this variable, as being assigned Toyota, and then the object which is car1 dot speed, the other variable, to assign number 118. And then we are still using this object dot display, which is the name of this function, to call the function. Basically, we are using an object to access whatever that is inside that class. In order to access whatever that is inside that class, we're going to create an object. And if you would like to access a variable or a function in that class, we are going to have the name of that object. In our case here, it's car1 dot, then you type down the name of the variable or the name of the function. Basically, in C++, in the beginner level, we just learn how to type down things in the int main function, and in the end of the beginner level, we learn about functions. So we ask functions to do certain part of the code for us. So the main function will become very clean and clear. So it helps to have an efficient code to have functions, and we call the functions in our main function to do some certain part of the coding or certain part of the mathematical operations for us. And if we want to go one step beyond that, we group the functions and relevant variables into one class, so the code becomes more organized and more efficient. We could have, for example, 2-3 different classes. In each class, we are going to have certain functions that are related and certain variables that are used in those functions. And we can have another class that contains, for example, another functions that are related to each other and holding the variables that are used in that functions. So this is why we're using classes basically. So let me run the code now. So when I run the code, I see that brand Toyota and speed 118 is printed. But how it is printed? We create an object. We assigned the Toyota string to the brand because it was a string, and then the 180 to the integer speed. And then when we call the function, this function is called, and this function is basically what it does is basically printing out the string and the integer that was in the public category of the class car. So this is how a function is called when it is declared in a class. However, another thing that we could do was, for example, here we are declaring and initializing the function. However, we could use this code, for example. Let me comment this part and also this part and provide a semicolon here. If I just declare the function in the class, I can use scope resolution to initialize the function outside of the class. So the first option is to declare the function in the class and put whatever that is that function is doing, put it in the class. If it's short, it's beneficial to write it like here, but if it's a function with like 200 lines of code, it's not efficient to put everything in the class, because the point of the class is to have an organized code. And if you're going to have like 10 functions and each of them containing 200 lines of code, it's not going to be efficient to put all the function initialization and whatever that function is going to do in the class. So in order to avoid that, we can simply declare the function here and then use a scope resolution, which is here, to initialize the function outside of the class. To do that, we type down the type of the function, we type down the name of the class, and then scope resolution or colon, and then the name of the function. And then we are going to write down what that function is going to do for us here outside of the class. So it's your choice, preferably if you're having large quantity of code in any of the functions, it would be better to do it this way. So you declare your function in your class, and then you're going to type down what that function is going to do for you outside of the class. Using scope resolution, you can do that. So basically, this is what the concept of a function of a class is. It is going to group relevant variables and functions into one single entity called class. So the code is more efficient and organized. And then in the int main function, to access the variables and the functions in that class, we are going to create an object of that class and then simply access the variables and the functions of that class. Thank you for watching. In the next videos, we're going to dive deeper into the concepts of the class, and also we're going to talk about public, private, and protected variables. Thank you for watching.